objects are not toys, they are sculptures, they are art objects of a special kind. They were made in series. We have several examples of them here, and a lot of them exist in the world. And they look a little bit like minimalist sculptures. They could have been made probably by American minimalists of the 1960s, except that they are much more joyful and colorful and glamorous, and of a kind that probably the American artist would have hated. And actually, they did hate that kind of things. Vasarely was for them much more, too much glamorous in a sense, and not pure enough. In abstraction, broadly speaking, you meet Vasarely at some point, especially in the second after-war, after 1945. Vasarely was one of the prominent abstractionists in the 50s, in the 60s, and even later. And we can say that he invented two important languages at that time. One is the black and white abstraction, which will be acknowledged as op art and kinetic art in the 60s. And the other one is the alphabet plastic, the plastic alphabet that invented around 1960, which is a new and colorful kind of abstraction going into grids. This kind of visual language is made of several almost linguistic unities, little squares with different forms in them, and they were, according to Vasarely, like words. You could organize visual sentences with those little words. And these visual sentences would, according to Vasarely, would give a new visual language to the world. Vasarely is still important today because, for instance, when you look at a painting by Vasarely, it's a series of little pieces of visual information. You see a surface which is filled with pixels, in a sense. And for that, Vasarely is acknowledged today by a lot of young artists as the father of numeric art.